Hello. Just making sure I got everything going the way I want it to go. Bear with me a second. Are we broadcasting on Facebook? That's what I have to wait for. There's a little delay. Hold on 1 second. Okay, looks like we're good. All right, I'm Sharon Garland. I'm a functional diagnostic nutrition practitioner, health coach, wellness coach, nutrition coach, lifestyle coach. And I'm here to talk to you today about snacking. So let me share my screen, show you what we have going on. Okay. Here we go. Eating healthy with busy lives, healthy snacking. Today's agenda is easy snacks for homework and on the go, and a little science, a little behind the scenes, why you want to snack and what to do about that. So here's something to consider, your snacking goals. What are your goals with snacking? Are you maintaining your metabolism, sustaining energy, getting proper nutrition, managing blood sugar, combating cravings? It may seem like a deep dive, but if you have an objective, you will want to structure your snacking around it. We already know you want to structure your snacking around the macronutrients, the proper portions of protein, carbohydrates, and healthy fats. Combine these goals with your knowledge about those macronutrients and what they do for you during the day, and structure your snacking around that. Again, the easy example is combining healthy carbs with protein and healthy fat for some sustained energy and to reduce hunger. You've got this. You got this going on. The next time you want something to snack on, ask yourself these questions. Why do you want to snack? Are you bored? Is there stress? Is it for comfort? When is it that you want to stress? Are your emotions high, or are your emotions particularly low? Is it a particular time of the day? Are you actually physically hungry? What do you want to snack on? Are you looking for sugar? Or are you looking for salt? These are all important considerations that if you work with a health coach like myself, I'm going to want to know. If you're looking for sugar, chances are you have a sugar addiction or possibly a candida overgrowth. If you're looking for salt all the time, you find yourself always looking for chips, guilty. You could have some adrenal overload. If you're particularly stressy, you might be looking for some salt. So these are things, important considerations to make note of. How are you snacking? Are you distracted? Are you secretive about your snacking? Are you rushed? Are you mindful? Where do you snack? Do you snack at a table, standing up, in the car, in the closet, running around? Are you snacking while on the go? So after you're snacking, do you feel sluggish, guilty, or energized? Look for patterns regarding why, when, and how you snack. These are important considerations. This is where being mindful really comes in. So next time you want to snack, ask yourself a few questions, gain some insight about the patterns, and then what you measure, what you mark, you can improve. So I will tell you this, when I have a lot of work to do with my business on website and really techy stuff, some of which I understand, some of which I don't, when I reach that place where I just about understand, but I'm not quite sure, I find myself in the kitchen rooting around for a snack. It's a diversion from something I don't want to do. So because I've identified that, now when I feel myself wanting to get up from the keyboard and go root around for something to distract me, something to poke in my mouth and eat that I don't need, that's probably going to mess up my macronutrient proper portions, I'm mindful of it. And most of the time, I can avoid it. So that's the point, being mindful about it. Now, hormones play a part in this. This is something you may or may not know. there's two hormones that are involved in hunger and satiety. I think that's a proper pronunciation of that word, telling you that you're satisfied. Ghrelin is a hormone that's known for increasing your appetite. That tells you you're hungry. Ghrelin is the one that says, hey, I need something to eat. Normally, ghrelin levels go up dramatically before you eat. This signals hunger. Then they go down for about 3 hours after the meal. And they're going to start ramping up again for your next meal. Leptin is the hormone made by fat cells that decreases your appetite. It tells you you're satisfied. You've had enough. It helps signal the brain that the body has enough energy stores, such as body fat. So some awesome studies are being conducted to understand the paradoxical relationship between these two hormones and obesity. And it's pretty interesting. It sort of flips. It seems like it doesn't make a lot of sense. I'm going to put a link to a study in the Facebook comments when this is over, and take a look at it. It's pretty interesting. It seems like in more obese people, there's more leptin, which is where the paradox comes in. It seems odd, doesn't it? Like you would think that there would be more ghrelin saying, eat more, eat more, eat more, gain more weight, create more fat cells. But there's actually more leptin in fat cells of people who are qualify as obese. So it's a pretty interesting study. Interestingly, you can do a reset for these hormones yourself. You don't need anybody, you don't need anything. All you have to do is stop eating between meals for a couple of weeks, and you can actually reset those hormones back to whatever is the normal level for you. So if you're unable to control your snacking and you want to stop it, help yourself by just avoiding eating in between meals for a couple of weeks and reset those hormones. It's possible. So let's talk about some portable snacks, healthy snacks. Portable fruit, raspberries, strawberries, apples, peaches. I want you to stay on the lower end of the glycemic index. So berries are going to be better, raspberries, blueberries, and not very much. A quarter of a cup should do it. Yogurt and berries. Try some of the nut yogurts. They're really flavorful. There's almond. I've had almond yogurt and cashew yogurt. There's several different kinds of alternatives to dairy yogurt, if dairy is something that you're avoiding. Health bars without sugar and additives, they do exist. Hard-boiled eggs. Going back to food prep, I usually hard-boil about 6 eggs at a time, so there's at least one lone egg in there at the point where I just can't stand it anymore. I need something to eat, and that's going to give me protein and the fat in the yolk. So that's a pretty healthy snack. Homemade trail mix. I roast my own almonds and walnuts and pumpkin seeds in avocado oil. It has a high smoke point. Add some berries, goji berries, maybe some dark chocolate chips after it's cooled. What could be wrong? Delicious. Have about a quarter of a cup of that. You're going to get some protein from the nuts. You're going to get some fat from the nuts. And you get a little bit of carbohydrate with the fruits. Veggie sticks with hummus. You can make your own hummus. You can buy hummus. Just really take a look at the ingredients on the hummus and make sure they're good ingredients for you. Avocado, great snack. My quest is to not eat an avocado every single meal, an entire avocado, because I could do it. Search for recipes for homemade energy bars that include ingredients that you favor. They're out there. Pinterest, Amazon, allrecipes.com is another good one. Some quick and easy snacks for home: raw almonds or walnuts or cashews. A small palm full is usually a good serving. Stay clear of roasted nuts. The oils that they use in roasting nuts is questionable. And I think I spoke about this before. Oils, each individual oil has a particular smoke point. And when you push it past its smoke point, you run the risk of ingesting some toxins because it breaks down. The oil, when pressed past its smoke point, breaks down into toxic elements. So you really don't want to push an oil past its smoke point. And it's easy to find the smoke point of any oil on the internet. So you really don't want to eat roasted nuts. You do better with some raw ones, and of course organic. Raw sunflower seeds with raisins, or not. Celery and almond butter or sun butter, 1 to 2 tablespoons. That's a bit of an avalanche food for me. I have to be careful with sun butter. I can pretty well do about 1/4 of a jar. So I have to be cautious with that. Rice crackers or bean chips with hummus. Bean chips are an alternative to Tostitos, the little triangular corn chips. I myself don't eat corn. There are many people that don't. Beanitos, it's spelled Beanitos, is a product brand of bean chips that looks just like Tostitos. They come in light colored or like a blue corn, dark looking chips, but they're delicious. And everywhere I take them, people love them. Organic tortilla chips, salsa, guacamole, for those that just have to have chips. Like me. Veggie sticks, celery, carrots, cucumber, hummus, guacamole. You know, those are easy things for a quick snack at home or on the go, really. Homemade health balls or health bars, either one. Check out Pinterest or Google for recipes. There's just a gazillion of them. And you'll find some that have ingredients that you prefer. So there's ways, and they're quick. A lot of times they're no bake. I actually have a recipe for you. I think I included it in the handout, which, by the way, you know, all of these Facebook Lives that I've been doing come with a registration link in the Facebook ad. And if you click on that and put your email address in, you get the handout for this particular Facebook Live. And this one was a really good one. It was a whole list of good snacks and a recipe for some health bars that are no bake. And then I think there's 4 recipes for healthy snacks that you've probably never even heard of. They are really good and all really easy. Pardon me. Snacks for home, more snacks for home. Kale chips, if you haven't made them, do it. It's super easy. You can flavor them the way you want to. For recipes, look at allrecipes.com or just search it. There's so many varieties. You can put nutritional yeast on them and make them taste kind of cheesy. You can put a lot of different kinds of flavored salts, different seasonings. Of course, you're going to put some oil on the kale first, and then you're just going to bake it in the oven. It takes no time, and they go really fast, so you want to make a lot. Zucchini oven chips, make your own, super easy. I made these last night with Follow Your Heart, non-dairy Parmesan. So it was a little round piece of zucchini with Parmesan on top. Threw them in the oven, baked them. They got a little bit crispy. I wanted them to get a little bit crispier, but I'm gonna continue on that recipe and perfect that. I think it has to do with cooking time and temperatures. But those are a great snack. Sweet potato chips or fries, make your own, also easy. Apple slices with nut butter or sun butter. Pumpkin seeds and dried cranberries. Greek yogurt with granola, if you tolerate dairy. Read labels. Avoid high fructose corn syrup and artificial colors and sweeteners, or just try some of the nut yogurts. Green smoothie with flax or chia seed. Those are going to give you some fiber and some protein. Of course, you're going to be getting the protein with a protein powder, or getting some nice protein with a good leafy green cruciferous vegetable, making a green smoothie. Fresh fruit or a fruit salad, also good. Variety of ways to make dressings. Again, yogurts, poppy seeds, you name it. Just get creative. Grape tomatoes with feta and olive oil. These are some good and healthy snacks for when you're at home. Make your own trail mix with raw nuts, seeds, dried fruit, or whatever ingredients you like. Mixed berries, for a mixed berry smoothie. So the berries will be all crushed up in this smoothie with flaxseed and chia seeds for some protein. It's like a milkshake. It's delicious. Has a beautiful color of whatever berry it is. Dinner leftovers, one of my favorite snacks. I'll save just the tiniest bite for when I just need a bite of something. And then I've got something good and nutritious that I made. A little salad with a variety of vegetables and olive oil-based dressing, or lettuce roll-up with your choice of a healthy filling like broiled chicken or avocado. For an easy on-the-go snack, check out Lara bars and get the ones without added sugar. They're made just from dates, and they're really good. My favorite one is the cashew Lara bar. That's a good one to keep in your bag. It's got 15 grams of sugar, which is about your allowance for the day if you're watching your sugar. So you want to be cautious with those. There's nothing wrong with eating a half a bar. You can eat the other half tomorrow. So some snacks for kids. I personally am past the kid stage, but you might have some kids you need some good healthy snack ideas for. Certainly any of the options already listed are great options. Here's some additional thoughts for kids. Fruit and yogurt dip, of course. Cucumbers with yogurt dip. You can spice it up or sweeten it up a little bit if they prefer it a little sweeter. If they want it a little spicy, of course, you can add some salt, some vinegar, some whatever you need, to whatever flavors that they prefer. Apple wedges with almond butter dipped in nuts. Homemade fruit snacks and gummy snacks. Check out Pinterest and Google for recipes. You can even make a fruit leather, like a fruit roll-up consistency. It's not difficult to do. And what we all need to do, by the way, anyway, is get back in the kitchen. One of the problems that we have is all the prepared food that we eat. So get a mindset of being back in the kitchen and enjoying it. Milkshake made with banana, avocado, non-dairy milk, ice, and cacao powder. I don't know a kid that wouldn't go for that. It's sweet and creamy and delicious. Tuna with dried fruit, cranberries, coconut maybe, and a little bit of mayo. I use coconut mayo almost exclusively. I used to use yogurt. You can use yogurt. The other day I used the remainder of, what was it? It was an almond yogurt, and I made chicken salad with it, and it was perfectly acceptable. Cooked frozen veggies with cheese, or a little cheese alternative like a nut cheese. Guacamole, that's going to give them a little fat, the guacamole, a little fat and a little protein, because avocados do have protein in them. Maybe a little healthier chip and mashed avocado for a dip, like a guacamole. Oats, cinnamon, healthier sweetener, and fruit, just a bowl of warm oats. Black beans and salsa with a healthier chip or even veggie for dipping. Again, I like bonitos. Bananas dipped in healthy toppings like coconut or dark chocolate. You can just melt the tiniest bit of dark chocolate in a small bowl, and even in warm water, 2 bowls, 1 bowl with warm water, 1 bowl with the chocolate. Just let it sit there. When the chocolate will melt, dip the banana in it, sprinkle some nuts on it, healthy snack. Smoothies again. And homemade granola bars. So lots of choices for kids, lots of good ways to give kids some snacks, if they do, in fact, need snacks rather than just go outside and play. But sometimes you do need a snack. So some action items for this week are: consider avoiding between meal snacks for a time to see how that affects you. Because snacking, while it's not bad, it's frequently not good because of what you snacked on. So if you're snacking on prepared foods, this is when it's a time to take a break, back off a little bit, and think about why you're snacking. So that's one of your action items this week. Pick out some snacks to try and add them to your meal planning routine. So back a few episodes ago, we talked in depth about meal planning and grocery shopping and shopping lists. And so I want you to think about the times that you might need a snack or might need some to-go food, and put that in your meal plan and your shopping list and your prep day plan. So it'll be ready for you when you need to have your snack or take it along with you. So that planning ahead really buys you some more time throughout the week. Think ahead of your travels if you need to sustain energy or calm for the evening. Think what you're going to snack on. Be cautious about your sugar intake, of course. You may need a little of both. You may need a little of sugar and a little of salt. So think about your macronutrients that you'll be taking in during the day. And if you're going to plan for some snacks, keep in proportion the portions that we spoke about for the 1, 2, 3, the 1 carbohydrate at breakfast, 2 carbohydrates at lunch, and 3 carbohydrates in the evening. Where is your snack going to fall in the day? And what's it going to do to your carbohydrate intake if you choose to eat a carbohydrate snack? So be mindful about all of this, putting all of this together. You can purchase to-go packages of bone broth, which are very satisfying. They come in a little tube. You just put it in hot water. It's like having a nice hot cup of tea, but it's nourishing because it has some fat and some protein. And it's healing to the intestines, which we can talk a lot about one day. Pack some tea that you like for when you finally get to wind down after all this running around, and put your feet up and enjoy your favorite blend because you took the time to pack it, and you're brilliant for doing it. So let's finish up here in this show. So today we really talked a lot about thinking ahead, which is one of the things I really, really want you to do, and take into consideration what you've eaten. But before that, take into consideration why you want a snack. So these are your action items. I hope that you signed up ahead of time. If you didn't, you can sign up now, register now, and get your free handout, which has some pretty good recipes for snacks. And I'd love to hear how you liked them. There's one for crackers, and there's one for some cookies, and there's a really great one for some cookie dough that is so good for you. It's healthy and delicious. And I'd love to hear what you thought about it. So our series is getting ready to wrap up. We will have, with this week, we've done 6. Next week will be our 7th week. And next week, we're going to put it all together and talk about an action plan for going forward. And I'm going to be getting ready to do a 5-day cleanse, which I will be sending some emails out about and putting some information on Facebook up about it as I finish developing it. But I'm hoping that you're looking into doing a cleanse and a detox for the change of the season. It's a perfect time to do that. The body kind of slows down when the season changes, and it's an awesome time to refresh it, get rid of some toxins, take a little bit of a healing break from some of the things that you eat that aren't the greatest for you, but you love them. I have a few of those. But it's only 5 days. You can still have your wine on your weekend, whatever day that falls on. Give it a thought, and I'll see you next week. Thanks so much for stopping by. I appreciate it.